10 crazy people risk their lives. For fun, you probably enjoy a comfortable and safe life, a touch of danger and adventure. In fact, for many of us, this is real, and yet, there are people who do not accept this kind of lifestyle. These people need to go out and challenge the world and themselves by engaging in extremely dangerous activities, whether it involves speed, great heights, or risky situations. These people seek excitement in the most extreme ways. Vadim Makarov and Vitaly Raskalov. The first rule of being a crazy thrill seeker is that you're not afraid of heights, and that's why Vadim and Vitaly are definitely qualified for this. Both of them became famous and notorious with the police because they climb all kinds of buildings, whether it's a lattice bridge or a construction crane. And at great heights, Vadim and Vitaly will climb all the way up. The results. So there were amazing and stunning videos and photos of them. And to those who are afraid of heights and care about safety and security, look away, because these two don't use any special equipment to reach the top of the target they want to climb. Beef Rossi, a former Air Force pilot and currently a commercial pilot. It might be understandable that Rossi loves flying, given what was said earlier, but this Swiss thrill seeker is known as the Jetman because of the flying wings he straps himself into. And these ideas seem to come straight out of the 1950s. Rossi flew over the Alps, the Grand Canyon, a deep gorge in Arizona that's about 277 miles long, and the English Channel, which separates southern England from northern France to strengthen his jet-powered abilities. He even flew in formation with B-17 bombers and the massive Airbus A380. Nick Wallenda, you can't talk about thrill seekers without mentioning those who do tightrope walking. Why would anyone on Earth want to walk on a thin wire strung high up in the air, without any safety equipment? But, as is well known, people love Nick Wallenda and his live shows because of the excitement they find in what he does. Following the path of his Wallenda family, he has walked on tight ropes almost everywhere, from the Grand Canyon to amusement parks. He even walked between the towers of the Condado Plaza Hotel in Puerto Rico, the same place where his great-grandfather lost his life in 1978 while performing a show there. Gary Connery. While it is a statistically safe sport, skydiving is a sport that many of us would gladly prefer to stay away from. Now, imagine jumping freely from a plane or helicopter without using a parachute. Gary Connery accomplished this feat in 2012. The talented 45-year-old man jumped from a height of 2,400 feet using only a wingsuit, reaching a top speed of 75 miles per hour. Connery became the first person to successfully land on the ground without using a parachute when he landed on a stack of cardboard boxes that, by God's grace, were empty. Andy Green, when you look at this dangerous vehicle called the SSC, you might think it's a rocket launcher. In reality, it's a car. What kind of person drives this thing? Well, it's Andy Green, a pilot in the Royal Air Force, used to speed and not afraid of danger. In 1997, Green drove the SSC vehicle to set a new record for landing. At a speed exceeding 763 miles per hour, he broke the sound barrier, but he wasn't satisfied yet. In the same year, he wanted to break the 1,000 mile per hour barrier in the SSC vehicle called the New Blonde Hound. Knievel. Well, there's no doubt that talking about thrill-seeking daredevils wouldn't be complete without mentioning the legend Knievel, this reckless legend, the Daredevil. He was known for jumping motorcycles over things. Why? Simply because he could. He did everything from jumping over lions, animals, and snakes to 14 buses lined up in a row. Knievel kept pushing the limits in his attempt to excite the crowds. Throughout his life, he made more than 70 jump attempts and suffered over 400 bone fractures. George Kourounis. When we go on vacation or holiday, most of us want to go somewhere warm. Well, that's exactly what George Kourounis did. The thing is, the 45-year-old Canadian prefers sharp rocks and volcanic lava over soft beaches and cocktails. And as you can see, in addition to being a storm chaser, Kurunis also enjoys climbing inside erupting volcanoes. He has the selfies and the burnt protective gear to prove it. And to top it all off, he and his wife got married on the edge of an erupting volcano in 2006. Eric Barron, this Frenchman, is a skiing enthusiast and a daredevil, always looking for the next thrill. He decided to set a record as the fastest cyclist after achieving many records on snow and land, in addition to the accident he had at a speed of over 100 miles per hour in 2002. He returned in 2015 to set a new record by skiing down a stormy, snowy slope. He set a record on his bike, descending at a speed of 138.75 miles per hour. Alain Robert. Without using any safety equipment of any kind, this Frenchman simply climbed a building while running quickly from the outside, often without permission. This Frenchman, nicknamed Spider-Man, uses only climbing shoes and some chalk to complete the task. From the Sydney Opera House to the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, to the Petronas Twin Towers in Kuala Lumpur, Robert's climbs last for hours and often end with him being detained by the police. Felix Baumgartner, throughout his career, has done all kinds of dangerous parachuting sports and attempts to jump from buildings. This alone qualifies him for the title of a crazy thrill seeker. However, in 2012, as part of the Red Bull Stratos project, Felix took things to a higher level. He reached an altitude of 127,852 feet before making his jump. During the free fall, when he reached a speed of 843.6 miles per hour, he became the fastest human skydiver in history. And he was the first person to break the sound barrier without the help of a vehicle. After doing this, he decided to leave his life of risk behind by taking up car racing. If you liked the video, don't forget to give us a like, share, and follow.